Countries whose current leaders shat themselves at a McDonald's in 1997 versus countries whose current leader did not. I wonder who that could be. Oddly specific. Scott, do you have any explanation for this? Actually, hold up. How do we know that it wasn't like a former leader, but not leader at the time, that just happened to be at a McDonald's that shat themselves, possibly getting a few extra McNuggets than expected? Map of all the countries where the president vomited on the prime minister of Japan. Weird. I don't see a whole lot on this map that have vomited on the prime minister of Japan. What is the world doing? I actually learned about this recently. George H.W. Bush just... What would you rather do? Vomit on the prime minister of Japan or shat yourself at a McDonald's? I honestly believe this was the beginning of the entire genre of oddly specific, because I remember seeing this thing everywhere and I couldn't even handle it. Me explaining the brutal reality of World War Uno combat. The girl at the party who's only in the bathroom with me because I have Colombian juice. I honestly cannot get this meme out of my head. I think about it way too much. I think it perfectly describes a lot of situations in my life. Explaining anything historical or geographical to girls, they always just give you that look. The amount of times I've seen that look. When the person that was tailgating you swerves around you and tries to run the red light, gets T-boned and ejected from the vehicle. I'm emotionally unstable. How many years of therapy do you think this guy's gonna need? This guy definitely kills ants on his free time. Why is this format always so dank? Back when I was a kid, you didn't need Joe Rogan. Your best friend had a 27-year-old brother who was a freaking loser who would smoke ganja in a room with backlight posters and tell you the Mayans invented cell phones. I am so mad that this couldn't be me. That could be me right now, but Shaw was playing. Freaking Joe Rogan. 75% of a Scandinavian park ranger's job is to rescue black metal bands that get lost in the woods shooting album covers. Sometimes they don't even make it out. What's more metal than that? Getting oofed in the Scandinavian forests. I once heard ska described as what plays in a 13-year-old kid's head when he gets extra mozzarella sticks, and nothing in this world is more accurate. Ska, sublime, makes sense to me. Booty shorts with 2 QR codes on the A, but that lead to a PDF of the and a page where you can stream Scooby-Doo. What has happened to this world? Why can't I get it on the front? That way they can see my true passion for sharing. If someone you know is getting deeply into making bread from scratch, they are deeply depressed. I promise you. That's weird. I've been making bread from scratch for 20 years now. My plan would involve hollowing out West Virginia and using the slag to fill in Lake Ontario. Completing the diagonal chain is now saltwater lakes across Turtle Island and linking the Arctic and Atlantic seas. This would benefit no one and cause untold damage. I will take no questions. Is this one of you guys? Yeah, being told I love you is good, but have you ever been called big man by the guy serving your kebab? And look at him. He is enjoying that kebab. What a big man. Your Tinder date welcomes you into their bedroom. They excuse themselves and go to the restroom, leaving you alone on their bed. What is your next move? A, lick their Himalayan salt lamp. B, lick their Himalayan salt lamp. C, D. You gotta mark your territory, bro. The fact that you're even asking us this is pathetic. It's too late. You should have done it already. Folks who don't give you a recipe because it's a family secret are very odd. First of all, it's not like your family is living off these cinnamon rolls. And secondly, you've told me you cheated on your wife before, so is it a freaking clove or not? This is a travesty. This only got 720 likes. Hey, but don't mess with the secret family recipe. Graham is gonna come back from the grave and haunt you forever. Who cares about my spouse? Care about these damn cinnamon rolls. When you're coming up to a roundabout and your homie says, yo, watch this, before ripping the e-brake of his 89 Nissan 240 SX with 230,000 miles. If you don't have a friend that does this, you need new friends. Legit, this is Frank. I can't even believe this is straight up Frank. The whales did not yeet JFK. The whales are in no way responsible for the taking out of JFK. Whale fact. Thank you, a whale fact. Well, now we know. Clearly wasn't the whales, but I'm watching them sea cucumbers. I know they rolled their ass on the grassy knoll. Would you rather fight a buff nerd or a jock who listens to jazz? Things to remember. Nerd has a lot of pent-up anger, might pretend you are his dad. That's me. I don't like my dad. I have no idea what he looks like, so I could easily imagine it could be you. Because of the jock's exposure to jazz music, his attack patterns and movements are a lot less predictable. Please check this man into therapy. This guy honestly shouldn't be roaming the streets. I'm a little terrified to go outside now. What's wrong with some of these people? Obviously the jock is gonna catch these hands, and by hands I mean cheeks. I don't know how to get out of that. Utah may make it illegal for cops to no touch in their cars. Congrats, Utah, you just lost a possible citizen. I was trying to move from California. Ain't going there, Utah. How dare you take away these freedoms? I'm gonna do it either way in my car, but I'd like to keep my future professions open to anything. And if I can't do this, I'm just, no. Director, give me an expression that says, I just ate your butterfly collection, and I have 7 scented erasers in my booty. Willem Dafoe. I'm fairly certain that's how he prepares for every role. He actually does it though. He doesn't gotta pretend. That's why he's such a good actor. Capitalism gets a lot of poop for being evil and not enough for being sad. Seeing a sweaty, bold manager try to fire up a sales team of dead-eyed guys in cheap suits with a PowerPoint presentation that includes Anchorman clips and quotes from golfers changes you. I don't even know if I can finish this video. That was incredibly depressing. Do you ever think about all the shady freaking places you went when you were like 15 or 16 and lied to your parents about and wonder how the hell you're actually still alive and not buried in a shallow grave still clutching that bottle of UV blue? I don't know what UV blue is, but yes, I think about this all the time. I should not be here. Sketchy places was basically where I grew up. It's a miracle. British cooking shows, tell us about the wee tart you've made. The crust is just lovely. American cooking shows, we've replaced your knives with Phillip head screwdrivers and released raccoons in the kitchen. Clock is set for 30 seconds. Please bake us peace in the Middle East. But don't put too much oil or your military's coming in to invade it. This will come as no shock to some, but when it's snowing, you have to allow extra stopping distance. It's 4-wheel drive, not 4-wheel stop. When it's slick, it doesn't matter how many wheels have power, your suburban tank will plow right into Jan's Prius. F you, Jan. Sick of Jan. That'd be the best thing that happens in the neighborhood. Nobody likes Jan. That awkward moment when the woman you're dancing behind bends over so you can grind it, but it turns out she's just dropping an earring and no one else in McDonald's can hear the music on your iPod. Then you gotta worry about that smell from the Australian Prime Minister that just shat themselves. 1997, great year. I freaking love Ace Hardware. You can enter a hidden temple not explored by man in 2,000 years. Find a hidden treasure chest requiring an big word built key gather from 4 locations. Take it to some 84-year-old cashier in Ace Hardware and he's like, yeah, I've seen these. That's every hardware store. That's like Lowe's and Home Depot. I don't go to any one. They don't let soy boys in. But if I could, I would. Hey guys. Oh, SpongeBob, is that you? Date SpongeBob. Yeah, it was a nickname in college cause he was inside a pineapple. Just freaking it out, man. How have you been? First of all, if that girl isn't down, if she leaves you after that, she's not worth your time, King. Pick up your crown. You've deserved it. 1997, Disney buys ABC. 2006, Disney buys Pixar. Disney buys Marvel, buys Lucasfilms, National Geographic. 21st Century Fox buys Hulu. Disney releases Disney Plus. 2022, buys Universal Studios. Oh god, this is getting scary. Buys DreamWorks, buys Sony. PlayStation rebranded as Disney Infinity. Disney attempts to buy Warner Bros. Warner Bros. Says no. Disney tries to buy Warner Bros. Through shell corporations. WB finds out and gets hostile. Buys Apple. Apple Watch rebranded as Mickey Watch. The Church of Baby Yoda is the fastest growing. Disney acquires a private okay, this is like becoming like Pepsi in 1984, 6th biggest navy, something like that. Disney storms headquarters of Warner Bros. Okay, now it's just getting into a massive battle. Disney buys DC Comics. Mickey Mouse is now more powerful than Superman. Why is this still going? How far did this lore is going too deep. We need to do a map simulation about this. Disney buys Microsoft. The midst of negotiations. Why? Okay, I can't keep going. Congrats to this guy. Please hire him as a writer. Hollywood, honestly, you need him. I'm just skipping over stuff now, and I just see randomly Mexico resists annexation due to cartels banning South America, EU. All right, this is actually a battle. This is some of the best alternative history I think I've ever read in my life. Budding civilizations are found. Monoliths are used to re-educate the populations. Disney announces new X-Men movie. Marvel fans are excited. What? Marvel? The entire world's just on fire. It's fine. Oh my goodness, how did I miss this? Successful annexation of all world governments except Switzerland. This is accurate, man. How do we know this guy didn't go back in time or go forward in time and then come back? How come when a house is haunted, it's always a ghost from the 1700s? Imagine a ghost from 2007 screaming, "It's Britney." Didn't that come out like way before 2007 though? I need to brush up on my Britney Spears historical knowledge. I like how some of these are just totally Reddit moments. I swear I'm the only person alive who respects when people are sleeping. Literally nobody else gives a no poop. They'll blast music, turn on the lights, decide to watch a movie on my bed, start the lawnmower. Like, how did you even get this lawnmower in my room and why? Epic. That one carrot that's been in my fridge since 1997, why is everything happening in 1997? Is this the pivotal moment in the space-time continuum? This is where we broke off. This is how 2020 started. We gotta go back to 1997, boys. Get the flux capacitor. Imagine you were a whale and you were breaking up with your whale girlfriend and humans recorded your conversation to put it on Spotify to fall asleep to. That would be so freaked up. When will you learn? Actually, very depressing. I've been totally getting off on whale depression. I'm not gonna get too crazy tonight. Also me, the outburst I had at Joanne's Fabrics is not reflective of who I am. Thank you, Nana. Honestly, Nana, this is like your 10th time. What'd I say? Pack your stuff, you're getting put in the home. How can I befriend the neighborhood crackhead? I don't smoke crack. First of all, lovely start to a sentence. You know this is gonna be good. But I know the neighborhood crackhead has been stealing acorns from the local squirrel population, stashing them somewhere. I need to gain access to his acorn stash for reasons that I cannot disclose. How can I befriend him without crack? This is a mystery that we have to get to the bottom of. We gotta do it. And Ask Men? Who posts this on Ask Men? Is there not an Ask Crackhead subreddit? If you ask a coworker, how are you? And they say, well, I'm here. That loosely translates to, I need you to push me off the roof. You can make it look like an accident. If I get yeeted, I'm finally free. If I live, we'll see. Okay, this is a little scary. I don't know what's going on with this man's mind, but please, everybody loves you. You have a lot of people that care. What if that's how my editors feel? By age 25, you should have a failed YouTube career. Check. A foreign film you watched accidentally yet always recommend. Check. An unfinished 12-chapter fan fiction. I actually did write a weird book when I was like in the 7th grade. And it was long too. Oh man, that sounds so weird. And it really was. I think I can find it. I think I've gotten almost all these. That's scary. I'm ahead of the game, guys. World, watch out. Every friend group has at least one. Cute friend, popular friend, the one that really into bugs, funny friend, the one that's terrified of bugs and won't hang. What is wrong with this person? Tall friend, the bug moderator. How many bug-type Pokemon trainers do you have in your friend group? It's getting ridiculous. The year is 2030. Bakery art is so realistic, literally anything could be cake. The uncertainty has gripped the world in fear. I go to hug my wife in comfort. She is a cake. It's about time. When you're a 14-month-old French infant in a military hospital in the late 18th century and that weird hungry guy comes into your room, what does this guy know? Did we just find Rick and Morty? Or maybe he's a vampire? I can't even begin. Wash your hands like you just got done slicing jalapenos for a batch of nachos and you need to take your contacts out. Hell no, that's not how I do it. I leave the hot Cheeto dust on my hands. It's like cleansing. The burning cleanses the bacteria in your eye. Thank you, Hot Cheeto girl, for letting me borrow Hot Cheetos. Wife is sad because we had to remove all doorknobs from our dream home since they were at the exact perfect height to go up my butt by mistake. Oh, boomers. Boomers. So afraid of that. Their priorities really messed up. You paid extra for that and now you gotta take it out. This looks like one of those random pictures you see in chapter 4 of your science book. I've never seen this image before. This is not oddly specific. I think this is kind of perfect. When you use a fake ID to get into the club and your English teacher who is working as a stripper sees you there, you didn't see anything. And big thanks to DOOCHBAGGINS, SCP Foundation 05 Council, Plebeian Tribune, Julius Cheeser, can't think of a name, FusionWolf, Manny74, Teaser123, Every Time Communism Has Been Tried, it has failed, 3000, AryanAfterHours, Kawalerzysta, Luxembourglover, Mayonnaise Incorporated, Pelovski, Ballinlikestalin, Maxy G, and Senpai.